अब सुनाई दे रहा है? सुनाई दे रहा है?
हाँ
अभी
हाँ।
तो म्यूट,
ठीक है।
अनम्यूट
यस
है।
मैम।
हेलो। हाँ, अब
हाँ,
सुनाई
आप
दे
शुरू
रहा
करें,
है?
शुरू करेंगे।
अच्छा
ठीक है।
अच्छा,
ओके।
ठीक है। Hello, everyone. So today we'll be doing what is operations management. As you know, there are four basic functions of management: operations, finance, marketing, and HR, human resource. So these four functions, they work together to produce anything, whether you are producing goods or services. And we use the term operations management, how to produce that, how, what all we require to produce anything, whether it is good or services. Initially it was production management, where we were focusing only on producing goods, but now we are focusing both on goods as well as services, and we are using this term operations management to produce that. What is operations management? Operations management is the administration of business practices to create the highest level of efficiency possible within an organization. We want to produce something. It is not that no matter how much resources that we use, how effectively we work, it is not that. It is using both the efficiency and effectiveness, doing the right thing in the right way to produce something, so that wastage is minimum. The operations management main focus is not only on producing things, but producing things both effectively and efficiently. It is concerned with the converting materials and labor into goods and services as efficiently as possible to maximize the profit of an organization. After all, any organization, why it is working? It is working to earn, because that is its job. That earning is again some part is used for the personal use, and some part is again invested back into the organization, that you produce more. Operations management teams attempt to balance costs and revenue to receive the highest net operating profit. So they use whatever cost they are incurring in producing that good or service, and whatever revenue they are generating, so that the operating profit is maximum. Now, what is operating profit, you'll ask me? A company's operating profit is its total earnings from its core business function for a given period. It is not, it is for some, like generally we take the one financial year, that is from 1st April to 31st March. So in that period, it can differ from company to company or from country to country, but usually it is this period where we calculate how much profit the company has made after deducting interest as well as taxes. It also excludes any profits earned from ancillary investment. Actually, what is their core business? They focus more on that what operating profits they are getting from it, such as earnings from other businesses that a company has a part interested, not other, the core thing on which you are focusing. Suppose you are producing oil, or some uh, toy, something, any product. So that particular, maybe the company is doing something else also, investing somewhere else and earning profit from there. So it is not that. It is the core business on which you are focusing. How much profit you are earning from it after deducting interest and taxes. That is operating. So what is operations management? It is planning what resources you are using, what operations you are doing. So it is the sum total of it. So what is it? Operations management is the management of one's employees and resources. Employee is also one type of resource. It is helping us in get converting your raw material into the finished good, or some processes to produce some service. For example, if it is school, it is a service unit. Here, your raw material is what? A student who is coming without, maybe he has lot of knowledge, but he does not have knowledge about the particular field in which he or she has entered. So that is, and you are giving him or her the knowledge in that particular field, and once he or she comes out of it, you expect him or her to know that field thoroughly. So it is converting the raw student without the knowledge to something, a student who has that particular knowledge. Or for example, uh, a hospital, which is also a service industry. Here again, a sick person comes, and his or her treatment has been done, and when he or you expect him to go out as a much better person, a cured person, maybe not 100%, but to some extent cured person. If it is you're producing, say, toy, maybe the toy is made of plastic, so from where you get the raw material to produce that toy, you various functions are done on it, and it is converted from the plastic, raw plastic, it is converted into a toy which a small or big, anyone can play with it. Or for example, if you are producing a shirt, so what is the basic raw material? The cotton wool. If it is a synthetic cotton shirt, cotton wool. From there, the cotton wool is converted into thread. From thread to cloth. From cloth, it is cut into different shapes, and then you are producing the required garment. So here it is a the but it is also anything. It is input output unit. Input is the raw material, output is the finished good, and it has got more value than the input. So here you require everything, not only the resources to produce it, but the human resource who will finally produce it to the required stage. For instance, human resource aims to hire qualified employees, marketing team aims to gain more sales and earn more profits for the company, financial teams looks after the financial matters of the company. Because without the help of these other functional units, operations cannot do convert the raw material into the finished good. It needs assistance from human resource, because they are the one who will be finally the employees to work on it and get it. Is after it has been produced, it is marketed properly, so that you can get a return on it, you can get profit on it. Financial team will help you in getting the finance to produce that thing, to buy the raw material, while you are to convert the raw material into finished good, if it can be good or services. As for operations management, it is in charge of maximizing the efficiency of one's company resources. In other words, It wants to get the most out of one employee and resources in order to increase productivity for the company. For example, uh, one person, suppose a tailor, he or she stitches only one garment in a day, and there is another person who is able to uh, produce two garments a day. So you will say that naturally the tailor too is more productive. It is because within that same resources, time is a resource, material is a resource. So he or she is able to produce more. So that means he or she is more productive or more efficient. So here our aim is to do all the work in the most efficient and effective way, so that we are able to produce whatever we are producing, whether it is goods or services, in a more to the maximum capacity. This would mean having employees do more valuable work instead of a repetitive work. So, see, doing that work, innovative work, the same work which was taking, say, about 1 hour, maybe you find some innovative way of doing it, and you reduce the time in producing that good. So, over all these operations, this is the main aim, to make it more efficient and effective. That is, doing the right thing in the right way. Even if you're doing the right thing but not in the right way, you will not get the result. If you're doing the wrong thing in the right way, then also will not get the result. An operations manager might decide to use technology as a way to do the repetitive work. Like, for example, today you have got so many facilities through by computerizing the work. The letter which you were taking, say, to write it with your hand, that was taking a very long time. Suppose there was some mistake, again you were cutting it, or you are throwing away the wrong letter and then rewriting it. But now it is so much easier. You write it, if something is wrong, or if you want to insert something or delete something, all these things, because of the technology. Now you have things help you in. Suppose you want to write, for example, there are so many various companies have different AIs. They help you in writing in a better way, the way you want it. They can give you number of options. From there you can choose whatever is appealing to you. So these things help you in doing the work in a much better way. An operation manager might decide to use technology as a way to do the repetitive work. That way, employees can work on something more valuable with their time. These are the kinds of decisions that an operation manager must take. A set of activities that create value in the form of goods, services, by transforming input into output. Inputs can be man, material, methods, and money. Method is also very important. See, you can have man, you can have material. If the method is not right, you cannot produce the things which you are, because there's so much of competition in this world. Now it is not only local survive in that, it is something like survival of the fittest. So you have to do the same work in a much better way, in a much cheaper way. The aim is what? Today the aim is maximize profit but minimize cost. So these two things go together. And your management teaches you so many ways of doing this. It is the organization's core function. Actually, this is the core. For this only your finance is working, your HR is working, your marketing is working. All these are doing, but the thing is how you produce that. That is the core thing which you are doing. In every type of organization, big or small, manufacturing or service, and profit or non-profit, operations management is necessary. Even if you are not working for profit, suppose it is a non-profit organization, but you are doing something. Suppose you are running an NGO. So you are doing something, you are helping the mankind. And the resources have always a constraints of them. It is not that the resources are unlimited, such a way that you get maximum out of it. So it is what? Input. Input is man, machine, method, money, and information. These are the things you are putting in. It is being transformed by various methods, and you get at the end goods and services, and you keep on getting feedback from transformation. Suppose something is wrong in whatever you are doing, then you take the corrective measure as soon as possible, so that least delay is there in producing. Because as I told you, there's a lot of competition in the market. So when do you get that good or service in the market? To whom do you approach? Who will be the buyer of those goods and services? Who will be able to afford it? So these things, and whatever requirements are, that is also given into input. What is the suppose you are in fashion design industry. So it is what your market will be liking this summer. Maybe this summer the pattern and the color combination, everything has changed. So you will naturally require input which will cater to the requirement of the market. So the transformation process is there, but the feedback has to keep on going. Otherwise, you will not be able to satisfy your client. There are certain examples of operations. Transformation process of a canned food processor. So what's our inputs? Raw vegetables, metal sheets in the container in which that vegetable be stored, water, energy, labor, building equipment. Then processing, you have to clean the raw vegetable, making cans, cutting, cooking, packing, labeling. Then output is canned vegetables. This is one example. This is another example, as that was of a goods industry. We are producing, it is a service which we are giving. So transformation process of a hospital. Inputs are doctors, nurses, hospital, medical supplies, equipment, laboratories. Then processing are what? Examination, surgery, monitoring, medication, therapy. And output are healthy patients. You patients had come, now they are going out as a cured person. Everywhere, wherever you work, whether you are in a service industry or a goods producing industry, you are changing something from one stage to a better stage. Operations and examples. Good producing, like farming, mining, construction, manufacturing, power, power generation. Then you can have storage or transportation operations also. Like for in warehouses, what are you doing? You are storing. Trucking, you are transporting from one place to another. Mail services, delivery taxis, buses, hotels, airlines. These are the type of service you are giving. Exchange, something is being exchanged. Exchange, for example, in retailing, wholesaling, banking, renting, leasing, library, loans. Here you are exchanging. The material from one place is coming to your retail shop, and then it is going to the consumer. Wholesaling, the material is coming from the manufacturer to you, then you are giving it to the retailer so that it can go to the customer. Banking, again, some people are depositing money, some people are taking that money for their taking loans from the bank, or you are depositing your money so that your money can earn profit on it, some interest on it. and then you can you are taking it, so it is exchanging. Then you have entertainment operations also, like for example films, radio and television, concerts, recording. These are all what entertaining people. You maybe you have, as a person, you are not entered, you are bored, but after seeing the movie or the listening to the radio or seeing the television, your mood is elevated. So there's some change for better in you. Communication, like for example newspaper, radio and television can entertain also, and it can give you news also, give you information about what is happening around you, what is happening in your country, what is happening in other countries, and things like that. So communication can be newspaper, radio and television, telephone, newscasts, satellites. All these things are communicating news to you. So in operations management, we talk about two things: strategic decisions and tactical decision. After that, operational decisions also come. Tactical decision is the long term. For example, if you want, some company decides to launch a passenger car. For example, you take Tata Motors. Initially, Tata Motors were not producing passenger cars; they were producing trucks, SUVs. SUV also came later. So, but then that was the strategic decision that maybe in a year or two, at that time when they first thought of it, you will be producing cars. Then tactical decision is the narrow scope, what all you have to do. As I told you, in management there are four functional areas: how much money you require, that the finance department will see, how, what all operations is required to produce that car, and from where will you get the raw material, how much money is required. So finance is helping you in doing that. Then HR, what type of mankind, what type of skills are required, that HR department will see, because it is the ultimate things are in the hands of the HR. They only are actually converting the raw material into the finished good, and then the HR department
Don't worry, sometimes network issue is there. Can wait. Yeah. So, Sipra, are you able to connect the dots like you are studying, chartered
Sir.
accountant, and now you are knowing why are you studying chartered accountancy?
Yes, sir. सब कुछ all the topics are same. I have also studied operations management in group 2,
Okay.
intermediate group 2. Our
Hmm.
syllabus is there, operations management.
Hmm.
Plant layout and all is there.
But here you will be able to correlate or
Hmm.
see the
With practical
examples.
words and what have
Actually,
things.
ma'am is having a very thorough knowledge when she's an authority in operation management, right? Because of her age, maybe, and just because of the network issue today, the very first day you guys are very lucky. Even the dean who got retired from Institute of Management Sciences, BHU, he was his student. So you can understand his caliber and his reputation. She is also going to so many top, as an examiner for Indian Administrative Services and such other examinations as well. So once you will be having, talk with ma'am, so on that time you can, actually question and learn lot many things because she is a very very voracious reader and having very thorough understanding about the operation management. right? I don't know what is happening today, but somehow after one or other problem is coming. But anyway, I'm just connecting with her again. I think she is struggling with some network issue. हाँ मैम, ये नेटवर्क चला गया है क्या? आप अपने जरा सा चेक करें नेटवर्क, नहीं हो तो फिर हाँ, कैमरा नहीं है और आपका वो कनेक्ट मतलब वो स्क्रीन भी नहीं दिख रहा है, ठीक है।
नहीं आ गया आ गया। हाँ आ गया है। हाँ वो चला गया था, अभी आ गया है।
कोई नहीं, आप अपना स्क्रीन शेयर कर ले सकते
अच्छा ठीक है।
हो। ओके। शगुन, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? शगुन, समझ समझ में आ रहा है? ओके।
So these are the first 4 stages of operations management. First, you were early use of power. Initially, people were producing things by hand. Then they started using power. So producing those things became easier. Then this led to mass production, because no matter how clever craftsman or craftsman you are, you cannot produce two things exactly in the same way. There will be a lot of differences, but with mass production that is possible. With mechanization, with use of power, that is possible. Then came computing and automation. With the machines are using computers to help them in doing the repetitive work in a much better way, automating things. So things have become much more easier and easily available. For example, if you take a laptop, it can be of any company, and you buy a pen drive which is from some different company. But what happens? You can use it because of the computing, the precision. It is so precise that you know it will fit into your pen drive, the slot which has been allotted for the pen drive. Then now, in the fourth stage, you have IoT, Internet of Things, where everything is connected to everything else. So you can easily pass. It is something like uh, it was the vision was to integrate everything, just like a living organism. Here we, in a living organism also, you have different organs, but they work together. Anything, whether you take a human being or you take an animal, you take a plant, anything which is a living being, whether it is an animal or plant, they have different organs, but all organs work together and they are interconnected for the well-being of that particular organism. If it is a plant, the different organs of the plant work together for the well-being of the plant. Similarly, if different organs of a man work together for the well-being of the man. Similarly, if it is some other animal, the same thing is there. So they are working. So now we have come closer to the natural process where things are working together to become one. So these are the stages of pre-industrial revolution. One of the first people to address the issue of operations management was the Scottish philosopher Adam Smith. He is also known as an economist. He's more famous in economics, Adam Smith. So, way back in 1776, Smith wrote The Wealth of Nations, in which described the division of labor. It was first, like for example, a carpenter, if he's making a or for a chair, so he'll do from beginning to end, bring the wood, cut it into different category, but with the division of labor, uh, the work has been categorized. Maybe one of the chairs, another will be making the seat of the chairs. So this way you will be able to produce more and in a better way. According to Smith, if workers divided their tasks, then they could produce their products more efficiently than if the same number of workers each build products from start to finish. So you have to just concentrate on one thing. So you can do it in a much better. If you have a knack for this, it is like, for example, a math teacher will be able to teach you maths. If you tell him or her to teach you English, he will not be able to teach you that. So it is because even in your school, it has been division of labor. Each teacher, according to his or her capacity, talent, bend of mind, things are allotted to him or her. So similarly, Smith saw this, and for producing, he gave this idea to divide the labor into different on his or her area. This concept later be used by Henry Ford with the introduction of the assembly line. Henry Ford was the one who started producing Ford car in US. So he used this to assembly, like same thing. Like as I said, in this is the second stage where similar things were producing in masses. Then came the post-industrial revolution. During the Industrial Revolution, machinery allowed factories to grow in capacity and greatly increase their output. In fact, First and Second World War happened because of this. Because when industrialization happened in first, it happened in England. So naturally, they were producing things which was much more than what they could consume. So they wanted other markets, they wanted to capture other markets, and for this, and later on, next was Germany also wanted to do the same thing. So there was a big tussle, and this led to the First World War, and later on the Second World War, because it is what each one was trying to capture the market apart from their own domestic market. And for this, there was a big tussle among all the nations of the world. They were also divided into two groups, but this was the basic reason. Because of the industrial revolution, the production increased, and for, as I told you, without marketing, everything is a failure. If you are not able to sell those things, then whatever efforts you have put in is of no use. But at the same time, despite their growth, there was considerable inefficiency in production. Initially, there was not so much. So, with every passing day, you try to find out better way of doing the same thing in a and the wastage is minimized. So, in this, two individuals helped the most. One was Frederick Winslow and Taylor and Ford. Taylor is also well known and Ford is also well known. Taylor developed a scientific approach from here scientific management came into existence. Taylor developed a scientific approach for operations management, this data and using it to make improvement to operations. So they saw how things were being done. Then they analyzed it. Then they saw how things can be improved. The same thing can be done in a more efficient way. Ford increased efficiency in production by introducing assembly line production and improved the supply chain through just-in-time delivery. Supply chain is what? Right from the time you get the raw material to the operations to the wholesalers,
टुडे इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट डे है ना. कोई बात नहीं. आज ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट का हर नेटवर्क इज नॉट कमिंग. लेट मी ट्राई अगेन. हाँ हाँ मैम, आप इसको ना मोबाइल का भी जो नेटवर्क है उसे भी ऑन कर ले, सो दैट वो अगर जाएगा भी तो ये कनेक्ट हो जाएगा ऑटोमेटिकली. हम्म. सो साक्षी, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है? हाँ हाँ बोलो,
Yes,
मैं तो
sir.
बोल सकता हूँ
Yes,
ना.
sir.
कि आज वन साइडेड कम्युनिकेशन रखोगे. स्मृति, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आपको?
Yes, sir.
हम्म. ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा सब्जेक्ट है ये ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट. अगर ये समझ लिया आपने तो यू विल बी वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट, मतलब वेरी इफिशिएंट मैनेजर. तो इसको बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ना. ज़्यादातर इसमें कॉन्सेप्ट है, थियरीज हैं, स्टैटिस्टिक्स है. तो जितना डीप में आप डिमांड करोगे ना मैम से, उतना अच्छा आपको समझ में आएगा. और एक बार ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट क्लियर हो गया आपका, तो मार्केटिंग, एचआर, फाइनेंस इज अ केक वॉक. राइट. तो लेट्स सी, एक बार फिर से. तो मैम कनेक्ट कर रही हैं, ठीक है. सगुन, कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आपको? परी,
Yes, sir.
आर यू एबल टू कनेक्ट द डॉट्स? समझ में आ रहा है कि क्या पढ़ा रही है मैम?
Yes, sir.
हम्म. तो इसका प्रैक्टिकल यूसेज भी आपको समझना पड़ेगा कि एग्जैक्टली रियल लाइफ में आप अपनी लाइफ में कैसे यूज करोगे, आप अपने डे टू डे रूटीन लाइफ में कैसे यूज करोगे. तो जब किसी चीज को माइंडफुलनेस के साथ कनेक्ट करना शुरू करोगे ना, हम गलती क्या करते हैं कि जब हम किताब पढ़ते हैं तो किताब की दुनिया में रहते हैं, लेकिन अगर उसको प्रैक्टिकल अपने काम से जोड़ना शुरू कर दो, ऑपरेशंस मैनेजमेंट को, तो सडनली यू विल फाइंड कि यू आर बिकमिंग मोर एफिशिएंट. उसके बाद फिर इंटर्नशिप करो आप इस पे. कोशिश करो कि इफ यू कैन गेट द इंटर्नशिप, या जैसे ही आपको टाइम मिलता है तो आप बीच बीच में आप इंटर्नशिप भी करते रहो. सी दैट हाउ द ऑपरेशन इज हैपनिंग, हाउ बिजनेसेस आर रनिंग ऑल अक्रॉस. या कहीं पे भी जा रहे हो आप, तो सडनली आपके बाहर मान लो, या जो कैंपस में ही देखोगे तो एक जूस वाला है, राइट. आपके लिए वो जूस वाला है. बट अगर मैं ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट के हिसाब से पूछूं स्मृति, तो हाउ यू वुड लाइक टू डिफाइन दैट पर्सन्स बिजनेस टिल द टाइम मैम इज कमिंग. लेट्स टॉक.
So first he gathers all the raw materials in
कहाँ
the
से
form
लाता
of
है,
flour
कहाँ से लाता है?
from the sabzi mandi and
फ्रूट
at
मंडी.
low
फ्रूट
prices.
मंडी.
Fruit mandi, yes, sir.
Hmm.
And at low prices. And he also supplies to our hostel.
Hmm.
And then he divides them according to categories. Now there's also options for vegetable juice and vegetable salad,
Wow.
and fruit salad and fruit like mixed fruit plate, juices, and like you can also buy fruits, raw
Wow.
fruits, and then you can take it to go.
Hmm.
And then he makes juices. He has made a separate station for all the wastage that is being done, and he has a person for taking away the plates and cleaning them. And he only two people are involved in the billing and the making of the fruit juices,
Yeah, and
and he
one
manages it.
special women is there. She always cut the, mosambi and all those
Peels, yeah, she
peels,
peels
right?
all the fruits. Yeah, she keeps peeling the fruits.
Yes. So now you started understanding the whole business from the operation point of view, right?
Yes.
अभी तक आप केवल देखते थे कि दुकान है, वो बेचता है, काम खत्म है. बट सडनली आपका नजरिया आप बदल गया, देखने का एंगल बदल गया. Yeah, Sakshi, can you define the same, business?
Sir, the fruit stall one.
Hmm. हाँ, और क्या, अभी तो फिलहाल वही बिजनेस है आपके सामने, which you can sense. Yeah, even you can talk about that book wala, the person who is selling books within the campus. सीढ़ियों के नीचे जो एक किताबें, कॉपी कॉपी वगैरह बेचता है ना, नहीं
Sir,
देखा
the
है कभी?
canteen.
Stationery.
या
Stationery.
कैन
Oh,
इवन
okay,
इवन यू
I
कैन
got.
टॉक अबाउट द कैंटीन गाई.
Sir, first of all, that if he's buying the product in bulk, it will cost him cheaper. And on and since and he will ask us for the exact price, which is first of all that there are two types of business running. First, there is a catering system which is involving your idlis, samosas, and everything, and there are also packaged food. For
आपकी आवाज,
students,
हाँ ठीक है, हाँ बोलिए.
when students are living in hostels, they are not able to enjoy the food at home. So they skip the breakfast and they can go for the canteen food or the packaged food for like a quick snack.
That's
And
all.
he has and it has a lot of things, not just packaged food, shakes, ice creams for the summers and everything.
You are giving the items, but see the things from the operation management point of view. Anyway, I will give this chance to Pari. Yeah, Pari. Pari, which business
Yes, sir.
you would like to explain from the operation management point of view?
Sir, the fruit business,
Okay, go ahead.
because it includes processing the food's raw materials to final goods.
Okay,
So,
very good.
sir, it would be more suitable for operation management. Firstly, the fruit seller, sorry, sir, fruit stall owner buys the fruit in bulk in low
Hmm.
cost.
Hmm.
Then he tries to maximize the efficiency by human resources, like
Hmm.
by hiring people to
Hmm.
work with him.
Hmm.
And then finally, after selling fruits or final goods, he makes profit.
Mm-hmm. You are talking about finance or you are talking about operation? चलो कोई नहीं.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, please start. Yeah.
So from then after, with coming of the world war you lose a lot of things, but many things are gained. Many technological advancement were developed during World War II, because the the each force, the allied forces and the other force, they both wanted to win, so they wanted to work in a more efficient way. The whole branch of management, which is known as operations research, were developed. In operations research, what we do is we try to maximize our profit and minimize our cost, keeping the constraints in view, because we cannot overlook that constraints. So in post World War, that is why the it is known as operations management, because it was during the war operation that this whole field was developed to make the work you in a more effective and efficient manner. Technological developments during the Second World War created new possibilities for manager. After the war, these same techniques were used by managers working in different units. Technological development during the Second World War created new possibilities for managers looking to improve their operations. Specifically, the development of computational technology allowed for a greater degree of data to be analyzed by firms. The abilities of computers have continued to increase exponentially, allowing for a high degree of data analysis and communication. Modern producers are now able to track their inventory from raw materials to production and delivery. Like now we know how information technology has made the this whole journey of supply chain management, right from the raw material to the finished good to the consumer. And if the consumer does not like it or has some grievances against it, it can be again returned to the manufacturing unit to rectify that thing. So the technology during the Second War, and today it has reached a stage, like when about 40 years back, when I had started teaching at Institute of Management side in information technology, we used to teach about Turing had said, "Ki suppose you are talking to a computer which is in the next room, and you don't know whether you are talking to a computer or a human being, and even after a hour you are not able to detect whether you are communicating with a machine or a man, then that means ki we have come to a stage where the machine is taking up the things which man was doing." And now with artificial intelligence, we have almost reached that stage. When you are talking to artificial intelligence like chat gbt or perplexity and all these things, so many times it feels as if you're talking to someone, you're not talking to a machine. So with continuous improvement in our technology, we have reached a stage where so many things have become much more easier to do. In modern day, what is happening? Quality management system are popular in today's operations management. Quality, not only it is being produced in masses, but also the quality of the things which are being produced has improved. There's a whole branch of management which uh, focuses on quality, how to improve the quality of the things which are being produced. Quality management is a system of mapping, improving and monitoring operations processes. A variety of quality management systems are in use among top firms, the most notable being the ISO system and Six Sigma. So these system, actually it was developed by an American, but he was not uh, very high at that time. Initially, he was not very highly appreciated by the Americans. So he came to Japan, and the Japanese took him more seriously, and they were the ones to introduce these quality improvement systems in their production. And that is why you must have heard there's a book called Giants Were Made to Dance. That is when the Japanese automobile, became much more popular in America than the American automobiles. So there's someone had written this book on that the giants were made to dance. So it is the technology which matters a lot. Misuse it as well as use it. It is being advancement in technology. People are using, not only using it but also misusing it. So much false information is being generated. So much through images. People are being. I'm thinking, especially the young people are being motivated towards areas where they should not go. Although operations management has typically dealt with the manufacturing process, the growth of the service industry has created a field of service operations management. So you can say, as I told you right at the beginning, operations management takes into each and every other field of management. Like, for example, research and development develops new products, service based on the capabilities of operations. Finance collects data and analyzes financial performance of operations. Marketing understands the capabilities and limitations of operation when specifying product, services, features, and design. Like marketing, you have to understand the market, the buying power of the market, whether they'll be able, which market will be able to absorb your goods and services, the features they want in their products or services. So you have to develop those. If you don't have the features, or you have to make them motivate towards the features which you have developed. It is not that for example, take Indian industry. Like, for example, in the beginning we were used to a different sort of breakfast, but now with Kellogg's and other fast foods, we are being motivated towards taking those things, and we are being told that they are more healthy. Then information technology manages communication of information. Then engineering assesses new technology and develop solutions to problems. Human resources provides suitable staff organization training based on the requirements of operations. What all qualities is required today in the market. So people are being motivated to develop those qualities, learn those qualities. Then there's a social responsibility. Now, social responsibility for business include the long-standing Davis model of corporate social responsibility. These are social responsibility arises from social power, because you are using the natural resources to you this from the society. You are taking something, so you have certain obligations also to others. So what is the social responsibility? For example, long time back, I think it must be about 20 years back, there was a advertisement from Tata Motors that in Jamshedpur they were doing lot of social services, and at the end they said, and we are also producing cars or vehicles. So they showed that they are also doing their social responsibility, taking seriously and working for the betterment of the society. Business shall operate as an open system with open receipts of inputs from society and open disclosure of its operations to the public. The social costs and benefits of an activity, product, or service shall be thoroughly calculated and considered in deciding whether to proceed with it or not. For example, recently when there was move to cut mountains which was less than 100 feet in Aravalli range, but there was a huge cry from the public, because that would have affected us very badly. So it was stopped. So that the social response, it is the duty of both the society as well as the production unit to see that the social norms are not overruled. And what benefit, so cost benefit analysis of that particular process should be examined before things are done practically. Ethics. Ethics can be defined as a concern for good behavior. People feel an obligation to consider not only their own personal well being but also that of other human beings. This is similar to the concept of the golden rule: do to others as you would have them do to you. So, doing anything unethically, but it will be disturbing a larger group. So these things should not be done, and whatever is being done should be done in a truthful and open manner. That is why so much transparency and your accountability is important these days. Ethical business leaders strive for fairness and justice within the confines of sound management practices. It is not only doing efficient, it does not mean that you are doing it so efficiently and but not looking at the general good or bad it is doing to the society. So today we are using artificial intelligence a lot in improving our efficiency and productivity. Efficiency and productivity gains are two of the most often cited benefits of implementing artificial intelligence within the enterprise. The technology handles tasks at a pace and scale that humans cannot match. At the same time, by removing such tasks from human workers' responsibilities, like for example, some very dangerous tasks, it is now being done by machines, so human life is saved. AI allows those workers to move to higher value tasks that technology can't do. Like we can uh, have more time to analyze things, think over how things can be done in a better way. This allows organization to minimize the costs associated with performing mundane, repetitive work. That can machine can do it, but analyzing it, finding better ways of doing it, that the human being gets more time to do that. Maximize the talent of the human capital. Repeatable tasks that can be performed by technology while maximizing talent, their human capital. So, e- speed of business has improved. For example, today look at the information which is flowing. You know what exactly is happening in other countries, how things are moving, how even goods and services, not only information, but even goods and services are also moving very fast from one country to other. So now we are focusing more on global business and a global platform. New capability and business model expansion. Executives can use AI for business model expansion, said Chris Brum, senior partner at Brain and Company and leader of the firm's global advanced analytics policies. So you get much more capabilities, you know how to do things in a much better way and satisfy more and more people. As one displays data and analytics into the enterprise, it opens up new opportunities for businesses to participate in different areas. For example, autonomous vehicle companies with the reams of data they are collecting could identify new revenue streams related to insurance, while an insurance company could apply AI to its vast data stores to get the fleet management. So, because getting data has also become so much easier, and analyzing it and finding new ways of doing things. You can better customer service. You today you can, you have ordered something, you can track the order, where all it has moved, how, when you will be receiving it. So you are more satisfied with the service which you are getting from whoever is giving you the service, whether it is a service or a product. And with this, monitoring also has become easier, because see, everything will not be done in a day. It will require some period of time. So right from the beginning to the end, you have to keep on monitoring things, how whether things are going according to your plans or not. And if something goes wrong, immediate action has to be taken. Because if you sit and relax and let see, in the beginning things were moving all right, and then you relax, what will happen? Something goes wrong, you will not get the information in time, you will not be able to take charge of that corrective measure in time, and at the end the result will be a flop. So with the move in technology, this has become much more easier. You can keep on monitoring how things are moving and do whatever rectifying, or maybe if it is but throughout the process you have to keep on seeing whether things are moving according to your plans or not. And better quality and reduction of human error. Like for example, if you're suppose if you're writing a letter, just say a simple example like writing a letter on in a computer. So if you make a spelling mistake or a grammatical mistake, it will immediately tell you, so you can rectify it. So human error is minimized. As far or maybe you are measuring something, the measurement taken by the machine, which will be much more accurate and much more precise than if it is done manually. So all these things help you in reducing the error, human error. For example, uh, for export and import, so many documents are exchanged through these two countries, exporting and importing. So there are so many things. If there are errors, it will lead to, later on it will lead to trouble. So all these errors are eliminated by using a computerized system. And better talent management. Companies are using AI to improve many aspects of talent management, from streamlining the hiring process to rooting out bias in corporate communications, writing about the growing use of AI in recruitment. Independent consultant Catherine Jones said AI enabled process not only can save companies and hiring costs but also impact workforce productivity by successful is sourcing, screening and identifying top tier candidates. So this way, the talent which you get for your company will also improve. And actually, the one of the most useful resource is your human talent. And if that is good, the product or the service which you are producing will be of a much better quality. So if technology is used properly and seeing, see, after all it is the man. I don't know whether it is truth or not, but the charges which is being put on EVM, why? Because it is the human being are corrupt. It is not the machine that is not corrupt. It is human being who are. So they use the same technology for misguiding the people, for misinformation. It is ultimately it is a human being who, how you will be using that technology for improvement or for misguiding or for your own benefit. It depends upon the human. The final answer is in the human being. So it is best to use it in a way that will be beneficial to the maximum number of people. Thank you very much. That is all for today.
ओके, थैंक यू मैम।
If you
आवाज
have
आ रही
any
है?
questions,
आवाज आ रही है आपको?
should I start another topic?
नहीं, ठीक है आज के लिए। आप
See,
आर यू एबल टू
operational
हियर?
management is something which is the basic for which whatever you are doing, whether you are producing goods or you are producing doing a service, what all you have to do to produce that, service or to produce that good. So what all activities are required. So in this we have done just the basic, how it has evolved over time. And now we have come to the fifth level, sorry. Till fourth level was that everything is connected to everything else. But now we have come to know that in spite of all the technology, it is the human resource which is the most important. And it is the human resource how it will be using these technologies for the betterment of mankind.
ठीक है मैम, थैंक यू.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So quick feedback about today's session. Yeah. Yes, Smriti, what have you gained from today's session?
So today's session was very fact rich, and she gave a lot of insight about the basics. She gave
Hmm.
us an overview of what
Hmm.
operations management
Hmm.
actually is,
Hmm.
and how the daily goods we consume and the daily services that we are catered
Hmm.
to, and the daily services that we consume, how operation management is involved in all of that, and how it is involved in even the smallest thing like the fruit stall, and what are the stages of the operation management, and what are the decisions that operation management is involved. And she also told us a lot about AI, and even when there is no chances of making error in AI, it is the human who does the error, and the efficiency and effectiveness of the uh, production process is decreased because of that. So it was a very enlightening lecture, sir.
Yeah, that's why I was saying ना कि she is so knowledgeable. मतलब कहते हैं ना कि नॉलेज की खदान है वो. जितना आप उनसे एक्सट्रैक्ट कर पाओगे, आप लोग बहुत किस्मत वाले हो कि आप सोचो कि वैसे प्रोफेसर से पढ़ रहे हो जो आपके प्रोफेसर के भी प्रोफेसर्स को भी पढ़ाया हुआ होगा. फॉरगेट अबाउट लेक्चरर्स एंड रीडर्स, एसोसिएट प्रोफेसर्स. तो आप सोचो कि क्या किस्मत है आपकी, राइट? सेकेंड, वन थिंग आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड अबाउट यू स्मृति, कि यू हैव अ वेरी गुड ऑब्जर्वेशन पावर. तुम्हारा जो देखने का नजरिया है ना, सेम business was being explained by two other colleagues of yours, and the way you were explaining, it was completely different. You have a great
Thank you.
sense of observation. उसको तुम nurture करो और उसको अपना
Okay,
power
sir.
बनाओ. I am
Yes,
telling
sir.
you कि the moment you will go for an interview ना, people will be behind you. माने कि the way you will explain the things. What you have to do, that you have to ask for particular example, real example life दे देना वहां पे. I can guarantee कि वो they will be behind you.
Okay, sir.
बिकॉज योर फर्स्ट इंप्रेशन, दुनिया को लगता है ना कि आप बहुत साइलेंट हो, राइट, एक्सप्रेसिव नहीं हो. बट द
Yes, sir.
मोमेंट यू विल ऑब्जर्व द थिंग्स एंड यू विल गिव द प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्पल, everybody whosoever is having a great sense of the human capital or the human manpower, they will be behind you कि आप आके ज्वाइन करो. दैट इज द टूडेज क्या कहते हैं कि डिस्कवरी, राइट?
Thank you, sir.
To understand your power also. Yes, Sipra, how was the experience and what have you gained from today's session?
Yes, sir. Sir, I've gained the practical knowledge about how operation management do the things practically.
Hmm.
I have studied theory of part of that operations management,
Hmm.
but ma'am has told the history how it created and how the actual production is happening in manufacturing industries, and how the operation managers.
Once the Sipra was very, very vocal participant of, she is a part of YSI Professional Life Skill Certificate course as well, right?
Yes,
So in
5 years.
our time, she did that course. So on that time, she was very vocal and very, efficient communicator. So I think कि बीच में काफी gap आ गया है सिप्रा, right? So don't worry, this is the platform where you'll get lots of opportunity to come back to your, है ना? तो what you have gained, क्या मिला
But
आपको,
sir,
क्या, हाँ बोलो,
one thing,
हाँ,
I have two different things. One is for the class and another is for you,
oh,
for the YSI.
yeah.
So for YSI, I will tell that I'm not experiencing any जैसे होता है ना कि बहुत साल बाद मिले तो awkwardness होता है, वो
हम्म.
वो नहीं हो रहा है मुझे, मतलब it's feeling like home and I've come to home back.
Yeah, that's
So
why I never give any farewell to anybody, na, कि even after 20 years you can come back, right?
yes, so that feeling I was getting while whole of the class, and in this class for operations management, ma'am has explained everything well. With आगे चल के और भी, I will connect the dots with the theory part of my syllabus, and I will try to do better in my CMA. Yes, sir.
थोड़ा और एक्सप्लेनेटरी बनो सिप्रा, अभी लग रहा है काफी कुछ नो क्लोज करने के चक्कर में पड़ी हो, तो अगेन यू हैव टू कम बैक इन द सेम सिचुएशन, अर्लियर याद करो ना कि यू गाइस वर एक्सप्लेनिंग द थिंग्स,
Yes, sir.
यू नो,
With next class I will.
हाँ, तो मुझे वो गैप थोड़ा दिख रहा है कि बीच में लगता है, मतलब होता है ना कि एक प्लेटफॉर्म रहता है वेर यू आर एक्सप्लेनिंग द थिंग्स, यू आर टॉकिंग, यू आर प्रैक्टिसिंग, तो वो चीज़ थोड़ा मिसिंग लग रहा है अभी, राइट? बट उसको लेके बाहर आओ, यू आर वेरी गुड कम्युनिकेटर, यू नो कि सब आप लोग काफ़ी मेहनत करते थे, राइट? एनीवे, परी, व्हाट वाज द गेन फॉर द डे?
Sir, as this class was our first class for operational management, sir, I gained the basic knowledge of what is operational knowledge, operations management, how the all the factors like human resource, finance, production, and everything is related to operational management. Its evolution from time to time, and how manager maximize the efficiency and reduce the wastage, and sir, uses of AI in the evolution of operational management.
वेरी गुड, तो यू शुड स्टार्ट यूजिंग योर दीज ऑपरेशन मैनेजमेंट इन योर रियल लाइफ, कि कैसे आप अपना वेस्टेज ऑफ टाइम, टाइम इज ऑल्सो रिसोर्स,
Yes, sir.
even you are eating something, or you are sitting somewhere, or you are having a very less space, how you will operationalize the things in a very that smaller space. अगर आप देखो कभी किसी बनारस की गली में चले जाओ, वहाँ एक छोटी सी दुकान होगी चाट वाले की या किसी बर्तन वाले की, बट दे हैव नो वेरी गुड ऑपरेशन, विद इन दैट दे आर डूइंग लॉट्स ऑफ बिजनेस, और बड़ी बड़ी दुकानें लेके भी लोग कई बार बिजनेस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। तो जब आप कोरिलेट करना सीखोगे रियल प्रैक्टिकल प्रॉब्लम्स को ना, देन यू विल बी एन एफिशिएंट मैनेजर, एंड द होल ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ दिस क्लास इज टू मेक यू अ गुड मैनेजर। आप में और एक ग्रेजुएट में डिफरेंस क्या रह जाएगा? यही रह जाएगा कि आप एक मैनेजमेंट ग्रेजुएट हो, तो आपकी वैल्यू बहुत ज्यादा होने वाली है। टुडे ओनली आई पोस्टेड बैम्बू, जो जोहो का मालिक है, he said कि now the computer science engineer graduates who are in coding, they have to opt for some other job opportunity as well, क्योंकि कोडिंग कुछ दिन बाद खत्म हो जाएगी, वो एआई कर लेगा या कर रहा है। तो जिस जॉब के पीछे आप इतना परेशान थे, कोडिंग सीखा, सॉफ्टवेयर सीखा, दिस दैट, सो मेनी जॉब्स रिलेटेड विद द वेब मैनेजमेंट, ऐप बनाना, ये सब बिजनेसेस चले गए। कंटेंट राइटिंग पूरा खत्म हो गया बिजनेस। तो अब आप क्या करोगे? अगर आपके पास मैनेजमेंट है तो आपका डिसीजन मेकिंग पावर एआई कभी नहीं ले सकता। जैसे अब आप चार्टेड अकाउंटेंट भी हो, तो हो सकता है आपका 80% काम वो लेके चला जाए एआई, बट अगर आप मैनेजमेंट में, बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट में हो, एंड देन यू आर कंसल्टिंग समबडी, दैट पार्ट एआई कैन नेवर डू, क्योंकि वहां डिसीजन चाहिए, वहां गट फीलिंग चाहिए, क्या सही है क्या गलत है, डेटा आ जाएगा आपके सामने। दैट इज द पावर ऑफ मैनेजमेंट। तो योर लाइफ एंड योर फ्यूचर विल बी ऑलवेज सिक्योर, क्योंकि नाउ यू हैव अ मैनेजमेंट स्किल, राइट? या सगुन, टेल मी, क्या मिला आज?
So today's session was really good. I got to know about corporate management, like how it works.
like the planning, the designing, the controlling, the process and everything. How the inputs are converting into finished goods and different services and all, and how it maximizing the efficiency and productivity of the process, and also the key benefits of AI, how the AI revolution evolved in the current situation and current dynamic process.
अब आप देखो कि आप किस टर्मिनोलॉजी में बात कर रहे हो एज ए ग्रेजुएट. nobody can expect कि you should मैंने you can talk on efficiency, you can talk on productivity, but the moment you will use these words, people will be surprised, and you will not use it, but you will practically tell them ki what you have done for improving your productivity, what you have done to improving your efficiency, and how you can contribute to improve the productivity of the job or productivity of the task or productivity of the company. Then people will be following you कि यार they are very good candidates. तो आप अपने समय से 5 साल आगे की सोच रहे हो. Are you getting a point? Yeah, Sakshi, how was the experience?
Sir, it was really good.
Hmm.
In
Beyond
this
good, what?
lecture, we in aspects of practical knowledge and deep knowledge about operations management.
Hmm.
Ma'am told us about a lot of various topics which is covering and which we will cover under which we covered under operation management. The main goal of operation management is that we have profit even after being deducted the interests and the taxes. We talked about the main issue, not exactly the issue, but the main goal is effectiveness and efficiency, which is very important. We also talked about how we have come from using man as power, and now we are having internet and technology, computer, AI. We also talked about if for example there is a clothing brand, so we have inputs where we use raw materials, where we talk about the fabrics, the thread quality, human resources. We also talked about suitable staff that we have for different category of work, the training that they go for the uh, if different, for example if it's a clothing brand, they are trained in certain way so that they are very much able to produce that product. uh, we also talked about how technology is very playing a very key role in this nowadays, because everything is related to AI apps, Instagram, even advertising is done through different apps and sponsors, content creators.
एक्सेलेंट साक्षी. अब देखो तुम एक नॉर्मल बीकॉम स्टूडेंट की तरह नहीं बात कर रही हो. जब इतनी सारी टर्मिनोलॉजी यूज करोगे और इतने सारे, तुम्हारा एंगल बदल गया सोचने का. सेम टेलरिंग कॉस्ट को अब आप टेलरिंग नहीं बोल रहे हो, आप क्या बोल रहे हो? ऑपरेशनल चीजें बोल रहे हो, ऑपरेशनल मैनेजमेंट बोल रहे हो आप अपनी टर्मिनोलॉजी देखो कि कितनी सुधार आ गई है उसमें. यू आर टॉकिंग लाइक ए मैनेजर, यू आर टॉकिंग लाइक ए कॉर्पोरेट पर्सन. तो सोचो कि एक बी कॉम का स्टूडेंट, वरना क्या बात करते हैं आप? अकाउंटिंग की बात करते हैं, प्रॉफिट लॉस की बात करते हैं, बैलेंस शीट की बात करते हैं, आपकी कहानी खत्म, क्योंकि उसके आगे आपकी समझ ही नहीं होती. अब अगर आप अकाउंटिंग में पढ़ रहे हो तो आप पूरे बिजनेस के कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बात करोगे. अरे गेटिंग माई सिप्रा की क्या फायदा होगा तुम्हें मैनेजमेंट से? कि
Yes.
अब तुम अगर किसी से बात करोगी तो केवल तुम अकाउंटिंग की बात नहीं करोगी, उसके बिजनेस की क्या प्रॉब्लम है उससे रिलेटेड, एंड देन अकाउंटिंग इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द एडिशनल थिंग. देन ही विल वैल्यू यू. अभी वो इधर उधर की जरा सी बात करता है, एचआर की बात करता, मार्केटिंग बात करता, ऑपरेशन बात, आपको होश ही नहीं होता कि करना क्या है उसमें. नाउ यू विल हैंडल द इंटायर बिजनेस. दैट इज द रियल डिफरेंस. ठीक है. तो anyway guys, I think it was a very good session, and operation management is the core of any business. अगर आपका ऑपरेशन बहुत बढ़िया है तो एफिशिएंसी बढ़िया है, प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़िया है, तो द होल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन विल रन. रेस्ट एवरीथिंग यू कैन मैनेज, बट ऑपरेशन में हमेशा गलती होती है. एंड लॉट्स ऑफ थिंग्स यू विल लर्न, कि मतलब जो आपकी इफिशियंसी बढ़ाएगा, आपकी सोच का दायरा बहुत बढ़ा देगा ये। तो सबसे बड़ा क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे, आपका सोचने का तरीका, डिसीजन लेने का पावर बहुत बढ़ रहा है। तो एज ए मैनेजर और एज ए मैनेजमेंट गाई, योर पावर इज दैट यू कैन टेक डिसीजन, अदर्स विल हैव ए लिमिटेड ऑप्शन टू टेक द डिसीजन। एक सब्जेक्ट पढ़ने वाला बीए, बीएससी, बीकॉम का स्टूडेंट, उसकी वैल्यू क्यों मार्केट में 15,000 20,000 रुपए से ज्यादा नहीं है, चाहे वो टॉपर ही क्यों ना हो? क्यों नहीं है स्मृति? मान लो कि कोई बीकॉम में गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट है, लेकिन उसकी कीमत मार्केट में 15-20 हजार रुपए से ज्यादा कोई देने को राजी नहीं है, लेकिन एक मैनेजमेंट वाले बंदे को 50,000 रुपए आप दे देते हो तुरंत, क्यों?
So they have limited knowledge about the practical operations in the business. They're not
Basically,
very,
whosoever is going to give you a job, they are into business.
yes, sir.
As a business management student, you will be much more productive, 10 times more productive than a normal graduate. You can take better decisions than a normal graduate. You can understand the business complexity in comparison to the gold medalist. तो वी नीड मोर बिजनेस ना। हमें क्या मतलब तुम गोल्ड मेडल लेके आओ चाहे ही प्लेटिनम मेडल लेके आओ, मुझे का मतलब डिग्री थोड़ी देखनी है यार तुम्हारा, तुम अपने घर जाओ डिग्री लेके। हाउ यू आर यूटिलाइजिंग दैट डिग्री, दैट इज द पावर।
Yes.
एनीवे, चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट गाइज एंड सी यू टुमारो। मैं मैम से बात करूंगा कि थोड़ा सा पहले से हम लोग वो देख लें क्या कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है, क्योंकि हर बार थोड़ा तो इश्यू आता है। प्लस सी इज़ ए वेरी सीनियर पर्सन, सो बहुत ज़्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं कह सकता, तो थोड़ा बियर करना पड़ेगा आपको, राइट? बट बदले में आपको जो नॉलेज मिलेगा, जो ज्ञान मिलेगा, वो मतलब इनवैल्यूएबल है, राइट? ही ऑलवेज चेरिश की सच ए पर्सनालिटी, ग्रेट पर्सनालिटी, यू आर पार्ट ऑफ दैट, मैंने हर टीचिंग्स, राइट? तो ऑलवेज फील प्राउड। चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट गाइस, थैंक यू वेरी मच। ठीक है,
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
चलो,
you.
बाय बाय बाय। एक सेकेंड, हाँ ठीक है, ओके बाय।